Friends, we know a lot of stories about human-like dolphins and heroic dogs, but it's much harder to imagine a lion, gorilla, or whale that rushed to save someone in trouble. This issue is dedicated to animals who, in a critical situation, displayed incredible intelligence, compassion, and courage. Each of these animals saved a human life, animal heroes who saved people from imminent death. Let's go! Hello guys, my name is Mohammad Anik and welcome to my channel Global TV. Number 9. One 12-year-old girl from Kenya was wanted for a week. It was known that she was kidnapped in order to be forcibly married. The child was found in the company of 3 lions who, as it turned out, freed the hostage by frightening the kidnappers. It turned out that until the moment when the police arrived, the lions guarded the little girl about half a day. They did not hurt her and keep an eye on her so that no one else would approach her. The animals left only when the servants of the law appeared. Specialists suggested that such a noble response of predators was inspired by the girl's tears, which could be similar to sounds produced by lions. Number 8. August 18, 1996, at the zoo in Brookfield, this territory was hit by a 3-year-old boy. He climbed onto the fence that separated the gorillas from the spectators and fell directly to the primates. The height of the fence was 5 meters. The boy hit his head and became unconscious. Since it took a long time for human help, the baby's rescue was taken over by a gorilla named Binta Juha. She carefully took the boy in her arms and shook it, carried it to the entrance of the enclosure where rescuers arrived. The police and zoo workers admitted that without Binti's help, the situation could have been resolved much worse. Number 7. This incident occurred in the aquarium Polo Land, which is located in the Chinese city of Harbin. During the competition, divers have to dive to the bottom of the aquarium with cold water where whales swam without scuba gears to a depth of about 6 meters. One of the participants was a 26-year-old young Young. As soon as she reached the bottom, her leg cramped. The girl was panic-stricken. She began to suffocate. It seemed that death could not be avoided. Fortunately, a wise-looking beluga named Mila was passing by. She lifted the girl to the surface, holding her leg with her mouth. The girl survived, and it is entirely to the merit of Mila. Number 6. The long-haired cat Masha was familiar to all residents of the residential complex in Obnings. Several people cared for her. Masha lived in the corridor in a box which had been placed for her. A cold January day, 2015, one of the residents of the house looked into the box and was horrified. There was a baby in the box and Masha was warming the baby with her body. He was quickly taken to the hospital. He survived, and all because of the cat Masha, because it was she who saved the baby from hypothermia. Number 5. Expect loyalty and courage from a rabbit will come to no one's mind. So it was until the day a guy named Simon fell into a diabetic coma that could have ended sadly. This happened when Simon was resting on the couch in his house. His wife Victoria was nearby and was sure that her husband fell asleep after a hard day's work. In the house, there was also a rabbit, Dory, who immediately sensed that the owner was not all right. She jumped on Simon and began to jump on him energetically, trying to bring him back to life. Soon Victoria's attention was drawn to the extremely unusual behavior of the pet. I realized that something was wrong with my husband and immediately called an ambulance. Thanks to the sensitivity and perseverance of an ordinary rabbit, a human life was saved. Number 4. In 2008, the cat Tara from Brooklyn had been living the life of an ordinary domestic cat for 6 years, alongside 3 sons of a married couple. May 13, 2014, Tara demonstrated how strong her relationship with Jeremy was. She risked her life to save him. Jeremy was riding a bicycle in the courtyard of his house when a neighbor's dog ran to the boy, grabbed his leg, and began to pull him off the bicycle. Before Erica, the mother of the boy, managed to run up to him, the cat Tara, firing sharp claws, attacked the dog, forcing it to release the child. Then she drove the dog from the yard and returned to the boy. Number 3. Real Gwynton, a boy from Ontario, Canada, lost his parents as a result of an accident that happened while hiking. The boy was forced to spend a night outside. After the boy lay down to rest, he felt a warm fur-covered body pressed to him. Real decided it was a dog, but when he woke up in the morning, he saw 3 beavers sitting next to him. If it were not for them, the boy probably would have died that night. Number 2. In 2011, the homeless dog Nida from Krasnoyarsk rescued from death 4-year-old Andrei, who played and left the house. The child passed by a frozen pond where ducks were swimming and decided to feed them with bread. First, he fed the birds from the shore, but then decided to go closer and fell through the ice. Cries of the child were heard only by the dog Nida, who raised a loud barking. The boy's neighbor heard the barking, and as she came closer, saw Andrei, who by that time was no longer moving because of the cold. As a result, the child was rescued, dragged out of the water, and an ambulance was called. Thanks to the dog Nida, the child survived, and she herself was sheltered by one of the local residents. Number 1. The silence and regularity of a typical day in Camp Annis was broken by this red-haired dog, which appeared because of garbage cans. You would be surprised when you find out who she was carrying in her teeth. When passers-by saw the terrible find of the dog, they were speechless. In the mouth of the stray animal was a newborn baby. It was evident that the child has just been born. His umbilical cord was hanging out. The dog carried the baby to the nearest house. The woman living in the house was shocked, but gathered and hurried to the aid of the baby, who turned out to be a girl. It's incredible, but she survived. The dog carried her very neatly and did not hurt her. The girl was taken to the hospital and was helped. With the assurance of doctors, she is healthy and not in danger. The city police are looking for the mother of the girl who committed this terrible act, and the dog, Xavier, became a celebrity. Local people say that a real angel came down to earth. Many people wanted to shelter the dog, but Angela, as the inhabitants called it, remains true to her freedom-loving disposition. Despite the fact that it is actively fed, she continues to inspect local garbage and landfills. Perhaps she is checking to see if anyone else needs her help. Thanks for watching guys. Before leaving, please like the video and subscribe my channel so that you can get all my new videos frequently. And if you want to give me some suggestions, you can give in the comment box. Goodbye.